So, by now, I would say a good chunk of America at this point has seen this liberal professors who wrote the hit list of fake news sites. We know that it's been circulated in pretty much every newspaper in America. And it got so much attention that apparently they've already got a plugin for it for Google Chrome. And even though almost all of, or I'd say a good vast majority of the websites on her list, including Breitbart, who's one of their main guys, is helping run the nation, mind you, is on this list. Amongst the likes of InfoWars and WorldNet Daily and all these other people that are actually trying to tell Americans the truth. Okay? Now, we all know about this by now. Now, this in itself is pretty disturbing, especially after the mainstream media came out and admitted they've been lying their ass off for months and months. Well, probably been years and years, but that's whatever. What I want you guys to do with is they actually went and looked at who this woman was, and they just kind of skimmed over something in this article, which is the most important part of this article that I want my viewers and I want Americans to be aware of. But let me lead into that. See, we have a lot of people in this country who depend on the government for things. We've got people on government housing, we've got people on food stamps, we've got people with cell phones from Obama, and all this other stuff. We've got all these states getting federal funding for one thing or another. And the one thing we've learned from the people that are on welfare and from the states that are receiving federal funding for things, they all know the same thing. When you get free things from the federal government, they always come with a catch. Right? Now, a lot of you are probably saying, well, hey, I don't take any of this stuff from the government. I'm not on any type of welfare. This doesn't affect me. What I'm here to tell you is because the government controls the educational system. If you have children in school or even in college, then you are leaving the shaping and the molding of your children to one of the most corrupt societies this world may have ever seen. Because it seems like we've got this big, huge republic and beacon of freedom, and it's almost like it's a big lie. Now, I'm not going to get into what all that means, but there's a lot of just crazy stuff in here, like everybody trying to tell you that the fake news is real and the real news is fake. Okay? And what I want to point out here is who this woman is and why she made this list, because it's important for every American to understand why that she did this. Now, her name is Melissa Mish Zimdars and is an assistant professor of communication at Merrimack College in Massachusetts. Okay, she's held her position at this private North College in North Andover, Massachusetts for about 15 months. And she published and circulated a list of fake, false, or regular misleading websites that are shared on Facebook and social media. She said she began writing the list because she didn't approve of the sources her students were citing. So, that is what y'all need to know. This is a teacher. This is somebody who's shaping the minds of our children. And whether you have a child in college, which hopefully at that point they're becoming to the age of adulthood where they can be wise enough to choose their own path and ideology. But as we can see, these liberal universities have all these people brainwashed like a bunch of zombies who wouldn't know the truth if it slapped them in the face. And it's the same thing with this Common Core stuff in school, which goes back to the whole federal government giving out things and coming with the catch. And that's the thing. Any of you out there who have children who are in public school, then you are experiencing exactly what I'm talking about, because you're getting free education for your children. But like anything else, it comes with a catch. And the catch is they get to teach your child and shape your child's mind and instill in them ideologies of their choosing, because you elect to send them free of charge. Because they're like, oh, hey, it's free, you'll love it. And then you realize when you get there, they want to turn them into a bunch of brain dead zombies who think that the truth is a lie and the lie is a truth. Very biblical stuff indeed, the way they want to make everything completely backwards. So I think that might be the most important part of this story that I would take from this. I think most of you are smart enough by now to know what the real news is and what the fake news is. But keep in mind, all this is another example of the brainwashing of our children. Because if they can't take us over by having ISIS take us over and breed us out of existence, they can just have everybody willingly just surrender their sovereignty completely because they've taught them their whole lives. That's the best thing to do. Just something for y'all to think about. Y'all take care.